Remember what I said 2 years ago? I've always loved the X-Men movies, even the shittier ones. I even went out and bought the entire series on Blu-ray the other day, just cuz. X-Men Apocalypse is more of a sequel to First Class than it is Days of Futures Past. The only real reference to Days of Futures Past is Magneto attempting to assassinate the president. But that also doesn't mean you should go into the movie blind. Unlike the other X-Men movies, you really have to have a prior knowledge of the X-Men franchise in order to fully understand everything about this. Like the powers of Jean Grey, Alkali Lake, all of these things are elements that are not thoroughly explained by the film itself, and require you to have the other films in order to understand what the meaning of the movie is. It also doesn't really do anything different than what we've seen with the other X-Men movies. Well, except for one thing. This movie is violent as holy hell. It has visceral visuals and all of it's just so brutal. It's a major step up from the action that they've had before. But other than that, it's just another comic book movie with the stakes being so high that the world's gonna end. Again. The problem with these movies is that the studio feels that every disaster has to be world-ending in order to be entertaining. Every movie has to be bigger, and the X-Men franchise has grown to a point where the stakes literally cannot be any higher than the world ending. It's sad because the earlier X-Men films were so excellent without the world needing to end. Even Civil War proved that you can still be big and bombastic while still keeping a story personal. But at least the film can always be entertaining. Oscar Isaac's Apocalypse is nothing short of interesting. He was a threatening villain that was very interesting to see in action. For all intents and purposes, he was a god, and watching everyone attempt to take him on and see how powerful he was one of the best parts of the movie. Overall, I would recommend the movie if you're already an X-Men fan, because it's more or less the same what you got with the franchise already. However, if you aren't, this movie really isn't for you. It focuses on in-jokes and Easter eggs from the franchise that honestly come off as stupid and forced. So, to me, who is a fan of the franchise, this gets a 6 out of 10.